Adventurers, WULF-OF-STEEL here. It's another Diablo IV adventure here. Just going over a few things I've come across in the new Season 11. You're going to notice, now, as I've said before in all my previous videos, this is basically, intended for beginners or just casual gamers. I work a full-time job, got to pay the rent, so I don't live in grandma's basement and have, 150 plus hours a week to just grind on games. So I'm by no means no expert gamer. All right, just a regular Joe. Anyways, that being said, one thing you're going to notice is you're going to get inundated with requests to upgrade to the new, to pick up the new, what was it? Hold on. Yeah, here we go. The new Lord of Hatred expansion, which looks kind of cool. I don't know if I'm ready to drop some cold hard cash on that just yet, but it's the only way to be able to play the Paladin class right now. There's supposed to be another one coming, but only the Paladin is available if you pre-purchase. But it's actually considered one of the, obviously not surprising, one of the meta tiers right now. So it may be something to be interested in. Like I said, I might check it out. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Diablo II Resurrected, and the Paladin, of course, was one of the best classes in that game. Still is, of course. So I'm curious to see what it's going to be like in this one. But for right now, another one of the meta classes for this Season 11 is the Rogue, and specifically we'll get into that in a minute. Anyways, I think it's Rogue. It's probably Paladin first, and then Rogue, and then Spiritborn, and then possibly the Lightning Sorcerer after that. So that being said, let's jump on in. No, I don't want to do this yet. Although yes, we can all get our free Hatred wolf creature thing. It's a free gift that you get, which is kind of cool. I haven't bothered with it simply because I prefer to use the owl. I found a flying pet is a lot more useful. It seems to be more efficient at getting things off the battlefield than the running ones are. That's just my observation. I might be, completely wrong about that, but nonetheless. And besides that, Wolf's kind of annoying. He's constantly howling, so I'm like, yeah, shut up, man. So, just want to check something out here real quick. Yeah, the wardrobe isn't working again. Big surprise. It's a constant glitch that Diablo has with this frickin' game. I don't know what the issue is. All the King's horses and all the King's men can't figure out why they can't get the wardrobe to work again. It's pathetic. It really is. Considering the amount of money that we all fork over for this, it's insane that they can't have the people on board and just make sure shit works all the time, constantly. It's ridiculous. But whatever. So what was I trying to tell you? Let's go into skill tree. What the frick skill is considered the top skill? Right here we go. Dance of Knives. That's it. Dance of Knives. So a lot of people, me also, because I've never really paid a lot of attention to these things. A lot of people confuse the Dance of Knives with the Twisting Blades. The Twisting Blades is the one where if you get that upgrade for it, it spins around your character, and everybody likes to do that because, oh, it's cool. I got this spinning thing around me. That's nice. Let me tell you something. Dance of Knives this season is outstanding. It's phenomenal. Your character just kind of just spins around and just slashes at everything around him or her, and it's absolutely devastating, especially if you have this particular ability of Star Shards. Obviously, you're going to have to get it out in the battlefield. It's not it's the only way you're going to get it is if you find it. But look at this. Knives from Dance of Knives have a 50% chance to shatter into 6 shards of metal on hit, dealing, well, in this case, 750. That's going to go up based on how strong your character is. And it also consumes combo points dealing 30% increased damage per combo point and granting up to... So Dancing Knives at first is kind of cool, and it is helpful, right? Once you get this aspect, this legendary aspect on one of your weapons, Dancing Knives becomes a beast. I'm just telling you, it's an all-out beast. I was having a hard time getting through this game, to be honest with you, until I got this aspect. Once I got this aspect, I was mowing through mobs, no problem. And I always start the game off on hard. I never start on the easy level. I always start off on hard because you get the experience boost. And I think anything higher than that, just starting off is pretty much suicide. But I'm still in hard mode right now because I haven't quite completed season 2 yet. A couple of things you're going to notice. One thing which has annoyed a whole buttload of people is you no longer have those regional map bonuses where, you know how we used to start off every season, especially if we already made the progress and found all the Lilith shrines, we would start off with like 10 or 12 levels to start, building our character up right away. You're going to start off this season with flat out nothing. And that pissed off a shit ton of players. Granted, as you play through the season, you'll get those back, but here, that's the other catch too. And there are some people that are, for whatever their reasons are, and I don't know, it's clearly some kind of attitude they have or whatever, but you're like, I don't play seasonals, I only play Eternal. Okay, you know what? Good for you, buddy. Okay? Live in your little hole, troll, and just do your thing. But anyways, they're pissed because they can't get those levels back because you got to play the seasons to get them back now, is from what I'm hearing. So Eternal, you don't play the seasons. So therefore, you're not getting those back. You just lost them, and now you're just going to have to grind and do it the old school way. And they are super pissed about that. So, but for the rest of us, the other 90% of us that play seasonal, once you go through, as you progress through the seasons, you'll get those points back, and you'll be able to share them with your other characters once again. Will they reset at the end of the season? Probably. I would think that's just going to be a new mechanic now, where you're just going to have to start over absolutely 100% fresh every time. There are a growing number of people that actually like this idea. They're like, you know what? That's kind of cool. I kind of like that because now I got to work for it. And then, of course, then you got the old school gamers like me that are grumpy saying, I already worked for it. I already earned that shit. You shouldn't be able to take it away from me. So, but it is what it is. So anyway, so keep in mind to that. Some of the other changes that were kind of subtle and we didn't really notice unless you're one of those people, like I said, that has no life and has no job and reads, hours and hours and volumes of Diablo info. If that's the case, great. The rest of us that work for a living don't have that. So we come into the game and a lot of weird shit's changed and we're like, what the hell is this all about? What's going on here? So another thing I've noticed is when it comes to potions, right? We used to, you get to a certain level, you have a certain level of potions, and by the way, you only start off with 4 now, and that's all you got, which really blows. There is a way to get more than 4, but has something to do with one of the new skills you can pick up. But anyways, so you start off with 4, and that's all you got. So, but there's no really like a progress like you used to go to the alchemist here. And once you reached a certain level, you were able to upgrade it to a more potent potion. That's no longer the case anymore. I'm not sure exactly why they did away with that, but the only thing this guy is good for now is making, things like the elixirs and the later on as you progress up there, the incense. You can still do those, and you could also make some other stuff, but as far as the potions is concerned, you're not. There's no upgrades for them anymore that I'm aware of. So that's kind of lame. One thing that is cool is the blacksmith. They completely revamped this guy. One of the things that used to suck is like if you wanted to add you know, an ability onto, you know, like what do you call it? Like add an affix onto one of your weapons or one of your items. You know, you would choose something, and then one of the affixes has like 6 different options, and you couldn't control which one of those was being applied. It was kind of like a roll the die and hope that you got the one you wanted. And if you didn't, you had X number of re-rolls in which you could keep trying for it. And then, of course, if you got it, but it wasn't strong enough, you could always risk a re-roll to see if you could get a stronger. Like if you wanted, like, say, 15% damage and you only got 10%, you could say, okay, let's try it again. And then instead you got something else, and, well, that sucks to be you. That is no longer a problem. Now, let me show you if I've got something that I haven't done yet. Or something I have done, I'll just go as an example. Okay, so here we go. So this is my switchblade. So now you choose the item, you choose the category that fits that item. Okay, you can specifically choose what you want to put on there. So if you're just like me, I just wanted flat out damage. I figured that was the most useful one, rather than pointing out saying a specific type of damage. I wanted that. Now I can do just that and focus on just that. And there are still re-rolls. So if I roll it and I only get a 16, I can go ahead and jump back in there and try to get a higher number. But at least this way, it's better, because now we can choose what affixes we're putting on our weapons and armor. Really appreciate that. That makes customizing that much more enjoyable and a lot less frustrating. And of course, this guy can still fix our stuff too. Okay, and the usual stuff and everything else. Now, this little blast you're seeing, let's go to the seasonal powers, which you're going to unlock. Okay, you get these by fighting some of the main bosses. So there's basically 4 main bosses right now that you focus on. There's Andariel. There's who's this guy? Asmodan. And then, of course, there's Duriel. And then there's also Belial. And haven't faced Belial yet. Pretty soon I will. And as you fight these things, they're going to drop these gifts. Now, the gifts have a dark side and a light side to them. Purified, corrupted. I would strongly recommend not equipping corrupted. So you'll notice, like, in each area, so this is Asmodan, over here is Duriel, over there is Andariel, and up there is Belial. So at first, when you first equip these things, you're only going to have the ability to put it on corrupted. And then as you level up, as you get stronger and fight these enemies more, eventually you're going to get to the point where the angel's going to be like, okay, I can purify one of these for you. And that's when you're able to put it here instead of the darker column. And yeah, I don't bother with that one at all. I don't care, because look at that. Corrupted, you're vulnerable when fighting world bosses. Hell no, no thank you. Or what else? Like this one here, maggot spawn from falling meteorites. No thank you. Manifestations of anguish. Nope, I'm good with that too. So you know what? Yeah, that's cool. Now every major city, once you follow the green seasonal quest icons, eventually you'll get to a point where each city's going to have one of these gateways, the Heavenly Forge. Okay? When you go to the Heavenly Forge, it's kind of the same formula all the seasons have gotten it, in some ways, at least to a point, where you're going to have in this case, you got the angel here, Hadriel, who's going to basically give you, you're going to follow the seasons, and then he's going to bless some of your items for you, and then eventually you're going to have this opportunity to what they call this season is divine favor. It's the same idea, where you just continue to get out there and grind until you get more gifts from him. And it's kind of the same formula there. But you also have the ability to go here and sanctify items. Now, once it's sanctified, you can't make any more changes to that piece of weapon or armor, but it does get dramatically improved either by adding a new power or by all the stats just being raised up. So it's a pretty cool thing to do. One thing that's weird though is every time you exit here, you always end up going to Kyovashad. Now me, if you've seen my other Diablo videos, Ked Bardu is always my favorite place to go and do stuff, just because I understand the layout so well. I'm just so familiar with it. Ever since season 2, it just became my favorite place. So, but another change is speaking of. So now when we're talking about Andariel, Duriel, and so forth, okay, go to the map again. Scroll back. Okay. Okay. You see these things here? These little icons indicate where one of those bosses is. So basically, for Azmodan, you're just gonna head to Zarbinzet, and then you're just gonna take a little walk over to this area, and there's a shrine there. You activate it, and you summon them. Same thing with in this case here in Andariel, she's in the Karast Undercity. So one thing I recommend if you're going to be going after that is go to social and find a party, okay? And then you go ahead and you choose Undercity and join one of these Undercity parties. Right now they're maxed out apparently, and because they have the same idea, because it's a lot easier to face her when you're with a party, and of course you get better rewards that way anyways. So, but for the other guys, for Azmodan, I haven't noticed a party for him. So basically, just go there. There's very likely other gamers that are going to be fighting him as well. So you'll be able to still get the advantage of getting some help, and you'll be able to defeat him easily enough. And then there's Duriel. Now Duriel has replaced the Blood Maiden, I guess you call her. So that's where you fight Duriel. Okay, is these areas, and then Belial is he's in the pit, and I haven't faced him yet, but I'm probably going to again look for a party that's doing pit runs. I think pit runs is one of the most boring, irritating, annoying thing they ever had in this game, to be honest with you. It really sucks now. That's the only way to upgrade our what do you call them, sigils or whatever. So but whatever, it's exhausting, but whatever. And there's also a new thing called a tower. I don't recall that being a part of season 10, but now it's season 11. I have no idea what that's about. I haven't checked that out yet either. But one thing they did do, which is really cool, is they sort of they brought back the capstone dungeons. It's not quite the same as it used to be in the earlier seasons, but you still have to complete them in order to go up to the next levels of difficulty. So it is kind of cool that they did that, because that was something a lot of people liked, because they felt like it was a better sense of accomplishment having to go through that dungeon and defeat a boss in order to be, to go to the next, like an honor kind of thing, right? And so you find those in the season. Now, I've already completed the second dungeon, so once I finish rank 2's objectives, I'll have the opportunity to then go ahead and take on the next capstone dungeon to open up rank 3, yada, yada, yada. That's how that works. You get a bunch of rewards for doing these as well, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm going to need to unlock this rank 3 in order to be able to go to the pit anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I've completed all of the other seasonal objectives except for this one and this one, and I don't think I need to complete that one. I hope not. If I do, I do, but I think all I need to do is complete this one here, if I'm not mistaken, because I've got one that I didn't complete in season 1, but I got everything else, so they said that was cool, good enough. So I'm thinking I can maybe skip that one and finish this one. To do this one, basically just fight one of those world bosses, either Duriel or Andariel or Asmodan, over and over and over again. As you kill his minions or her minions, you'll gain points towards that. It's the most common one, of course, is Duriel. That's the one everybody's farming, just like the Blood Maiden. And of course, they also farm it so they can get those Grim Favors, which is what I'm after right now anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on in there. The other thing is, since they changed the whole world map thing, you don't have to worry about rediscovering everything all over again. So I guess if you like doing that, then it sucks. But if you didn't like doing that, and I didn't like doing that, I thought that was annoying as hell, that I had to keep on rediscovering all those areas. Now you don't have to deal with that crap anymore. So at least that's cool. So let's see. What I usually like to do is when I'm focusing on Duriel or previously the Blood Maiden, I kind of like get an idea where they are by pinning it, and I just fight around that location. Now, granted, I don't have any summoning things for him, so actually this is probably not going to work out for me. I usually like to let's you know what? Let's go over here. Let's focus on this chest for right now. I usually like to have a couple of, whatever you call them, hearts in order to summon the boss, because I believe in paying it forward. So if somebody's activated the Duriel event, and I jump in there and I fight with them, and of course you get the benefit of having people to fight with, and of course you get the extra treasure and stuff like that. But one of the things that I believe in is paying it forward. So since somebody else used their hearts to summon them that time, I usually try to then do another summon with the hearts that I've collected. Just because I believe that's the right thing to do. It's called honor system, right? There's, of course, a lot of D-bags that don't believe in that. And they just, they just take whatever they want for free and whatever. So, but I try not to. I try to pay it forward. So I usually don't bother going over there until I've got a couple of hearts on me. So that's what I'm doing right now, just doing some grinding. But that doesn't mean if I don't see that suddenly showing up on a map that's ready to rock and roll, then I'm not going to just jump in there, because I absolutely will, just so I can show you what the new battle's like. Oh. There we go. Oh, look at that. And notice how I just melted that whole mob like nothing. That's the Dance of Knives, baby. That thing is savage this season. Absolutely savage. Although for basic attacks, this is doing pretty well too, now that I've got the Azure Rab Sword, which is really helping a lot too. Frosty, oh no, I don't want to go in there, damn it. I'll go in these if there's a whisper, but if there's not, I don't want to waste my time with that crap. Oh, gosh, there we go. Alright, let's see. Let's do this event here, whatever this is. Oh, maybe soul. Yeah.
Please, I need your help. I can't see.
Events are always good for farming. This one's not so bad. I'm also by no means no expert on this build, the Dance of Knives. I'm sure that there's quite a few different variations of it. Mine's kind of a mix of being focusing on basic attack, which is an important part of the Dance of Knives, because that's how you boost up your combo points. You have to use basic attack to do that. And of course, I got this basic attack pretty well jacked up right now with the Azure Wrath. That's the beast of a sword. And then I've got the cold clip aspect, which makes all of my basic attacks cold imbue, which is freaking awesome. So combine that with the Azure Wrath, which makes everybody vulnerable. Oh, I got enough points now. Sweet. See? It's just a devastating combination. Did I get a heart? No. That sucks. Alright, let's go to that one next. Hopefully we'll come across enough beasties. Another thing I recommend is as soon as you're on the map, if you haven't unlocked them already, well then you're going to have to do that. But if you've unlocked them in a previous playthrough, get over to the den and choose your sidekick. I'm always going to go with Subo, and the reason is because he allows you to see ahead on the map where the enemies are, and like the radar thing, and he also lets you see where all the goodies are. Only Subo does that, so, and I like having that insight as to, you know, where I should go, what I should be looking for, you know. And also I like the fact that he throws those Molotovs. Those are pretty handy too. So, and then for the other one, the backup guy, I always choose, of course, right here, because you know he's freaking phenomenal at defense. Do another little walk around. Yeah, instead of dropping flames this season, it's dropping freaking poison, I guess, what that is. Not quite sure. Oh, got whispers. Yay, I got, oh good. Now you see the blinking thing? Somebody started up Duriel, so let's go get him. Now I'm gonna go ahead and target that area so I'm not running around blind. Crap. I hate it when I get stuck on something. Come on, horsey, let's go. Come on. Damn it. Oh, he's out of juice already. Trying to get over there, he's almost gonna be done. Okay. Rock. Dance the knives, baby. Alright, powered up again. Going down, buddy. Yeah, there it goes. He's done. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to drop one baleful heart. And somebody else dropped one, and there we go. We got another summon. Sweet. Not sure if this will be enough. If we'll kill enough of these minions in this run through for me to finish up the season. Hoping. But that was my own baleful heart, so I won't be able to do it again until I find one of them. The drop rate for these things is even worse than it was last season. So, I mean, I think I opened up like 5 chests in a row and every single one was complete bullshit. Hear that, Blizzard? They're going to increase the drop rate of these damn things. Okay? We're being a bunch of douchebags. We pay an ass ton of money for this thing. With all the cosmetics and everything else that we pay. You know what? So that makes us the boss of you. And I'm telling you, we want better drop rate for Baleful Hearts to do it. We're in charge, and that's what we want, so give it to us. The end.
We can carve into sanctuary and soak in the pain.
Okay, that's nice. Sorry, buddy, I don't have any more. Otherwise, I would, be more than happy to contribute. But I'm fresh out of heart. Maybe I'll find one that's just over here. Just drop one. I guess I'm ready for the extra here now. Dead, but... Oh, there we go. I got enough of Duriel's daddy. Did I get another deal from her? Watch out for those things. Yeah, there's some. The enemies have some nasty attacks now that can really do a number on you. As you just saw there, that sword come out of the sky and stabbing me. So, yeah, I didn't get any more Baleful Hearts. But that's okay, because I don't need any more right now. So, let's go. Uh-oh. I think they're gonna let me. So let's just do this. Always takes me to Grande for some reason. Alright, let's head on over to, I always like to go to the tree. I don't know, I'm old school. I like going to the tree. You could always just visit the Raven in one of the towns, but alright. I get rid of the blue stuff right away. Once I'm no longer a low-level character.
That looks warm. I can fix it.
Just wanted to make some room.
It is done.
Oh yes, yes, that's a good one. Yes, Greater Chaos. Yes, please. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to my old favorite place. I gotta check for goodies. See if there's any of my equipment. Now, one thing that will definitely be very useful. Oh, like speaking of which, so I mentioned that the Dancing Knives using the combo points with that aspect. So make sure you choose combo points for your specialization. Okay, that's important here to make this build work. All right, so I'm just gonna scroll through these real quick, see if there's anything I want. I don't use crossbows. I prefer regular bows. That's really. The other thing is you'll notice too is there's this new like classification. You've got weapon damage and toughness. It's a little different from how we used to see things, but I'm still kind of getting used to it myself. Really think that one's 750. What about this one? Nah, it's not good enough. I mean, it's a little better, but it's not moving the earth for me yet. 725 for an amulet. What do I got up here? Oh, Oh, 750. There we go. There we go. Might wanna swap it out. It's 138 all resist versus 114. Yeah, okay. So that's what we'll do is we'll upgrade the amulet. Okay. But first, let's see what's in this little cache of chaos here. See if we get anything good out of this. And yeah, a lot of scrap. Is that a big difference? Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. It's got +2 to smoke grenade, which is useless for me because I don't use smoke grenades, but still, make you tougher. What about rings? I got one 750 ring here. It's nothing really knocking my socks off there, so let's not worry about it yet. Okay.
You need steel work? Repairs?
Okay, so now what I want to do is see what I'm using here. I'm using the aspect of might for my armor, and I know I'm using rapid aspect for my amulet, and I've also have a damage boost for the amulet. So let's go ahead and throw that on there right now.
How may I serve?
So go to that, go to offensive, and then just scroll down until I get to just flat old damage, because that applies to all damage, not specifically this type or that type or that type or that type. So that's just how I roll. I think this is the best the best one to choose, in my opinion, anyways. So there you go. So now you're gonna get just plain old damage. And let's see how much. 21.5. I could risk a reroll, but you know what? I'm happy with that the way it is. I'm leaving that alone. Let's go to this dude. Turn that puppy into a rapid amulet for me. Oops. Thank you. And now, do I have the aspect of might? I sure do. Let's see what else I got, though. Yeah, I'm already using protector on the helmet. Juggernaut's not really useful for me. Using undying, so yeah, okay, might it is. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm also going to want to add some sockets. Okay. Toughness just got a big boost. Oh, by the way, gonna want another one of these.
Be wary of bandits. Damn vultures.
Oh, I already had some, huh? Oh, perfect. Okay, and now we want to... I always love grabbing that elite damage as soon as I get my hands on it, so that's where I'm headed. Nice. That'll help for now. Okay. But as soon as I can get my hands on one for this build, I think the other thing that's going to be very, very useful would be crap. Not Tybalt's Will, not necessarily, because we're not using the oh shit. Damn it.
Precious stones. Beautifully
I'm
cut.
sure you know what I'm talking about, right? talking about a dagger. Very particular dagger. I can't remember the name of it. You know what? Let's go to Obel Boy and see if we can get one from him. Got plenty of Obels, so...
The winner, the next will be leaving so soon.
That's it. All out of Obels. And nope, I didn't get it. Anyways, I think we're ready to go ahead and finish this season up. Oh, missed that. Got another season blessing. Trying to, there we go. Ah, cool. I guess at this point, I think we can safely hop up to expert level. I should be able to do that without doing anything else. Yep, there we go. So I'm mistaken, I guess. I don't know how, but for some reason. Oh, interesting. Well, let's do this first. Let's defeat this thing first here. Oh, I see. That's a bonus objective. Is that what that is? Is that why it's in gold? Yeah, maybe. Not quite understanding the seasons, to be honest. But let's check this out. Let's see if we can kill 50 monsters within 10 seconds. One place I know which will probably be a good place to try that out will, of course, be Duriel once again. Do we have any time left with Duriel? 25 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Of course, I'm almost finished with this video. Running out of time for that. Oh, hey, hold on. Let's go grab that. Yeah. I did it? Are you kidding me? Did I do it already? Oh, shit. We'll check that out in a minute. But if so, that was... that looks like the easiest test I've ever had. Hold on, let's get out of here. I just landed there and I'm like, oh, hold on. Let's go. Oops. Holy crap, I did! Damn! That's incredible. Alright, well, let's, okay, I'm understanding this now. So, in order to unlock the next season, I've got to be on, well, first it says monster level 50. I already got that covered. But we also have to be at penitent level in order to open up this capstone dungeon. So, okay. All right, well, here's what we'll do then. Let's go to Kielbashad again. Could also do this in character, but whatever. First, I want to see what's in this cache. Curious. No more experience and some random thing. Nothing really too exciting. Okay, whatever.
You can take what's left. Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Oh, I forgot. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling confident that this isn't going to be a problem. I mean, I melted through that mob with like no issue at all. So just another step up. Okay. So now, that's Capstone 2. That's the one I've already cleared. Where is Capstone 3? Let's go back to season. Okay. Notice how now that's lit up and it wasn't before? That's because we're now in penitent level. So click view on map, and there's Capstone 3. So that's where we'll have to go. And I don't have enough time to show you, but basically it's the same idea. You're going to go in there like any other dungeon. You're going to kill everything and then beat the boss. And once you do, you'll be able to clear. And then we'll be able to complete this season 2 and move on up to season 3. And be able to collect all these rewards here. Like I said, I have no idea what this is. The tower, I have no idea. Located at the Artificer's Obelisk. Character. So, interesting. So the obelisk now gives us access to both the pit as well as the tower now, whatever that is. I mean, it just sounds like a different version of the pit to me, but whatever. I guess I'll take a look. Yeah. But that's about all I got to show you for now. Yeah, so honestly, I like some of the things that they've done, especially like when it comes to customizing your equipment and gear. They've given us more options now, so we can really focus on what we're trying to do for our builds, and that is cool. Changing the whole thing with the map and losing your points, that does suck, but it's once you get going, once your character gets strong enough, it's water under the bridge. You're just going to get back into the grind again. You'll stop crying like I did, and you'll just be like, whatever, I just got to do what I got to do. And then let's take a real quick look again back in season here, and this time let's go to never mind, not the season, let's go to the shop. And yeah, you think? Oh my god. Oh, seriously. This game sometimes, okay? Blizzard. What in the actual? You wonder why so many people left you to go to Path of Exile. You guys make a fortune. You guys are paid like kings, and you can't even make a game that works. Who are you, Bethesda? Come on. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Fix this shit. And keep it fixed. Okay? Anyways, Appreciate you joining me here. Hopefully, you've got some ideas of your own, and get out there and go kill some demons. Until the next adventure.